The Cardfight Vanguard card analysis video. Today we've got Star-Vader Cold Death Dragon and Star-Vader Ruin Magician, which might ruin the game. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so Star-Vader Cold Death Dragon's effect is auto count +1 when this unit is placed in the rear guard. If you have a Link Joker Vanguard and your opponent has a locked card, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guard, puts the top card of his or her deck on that rear guard as a locked card. So basically, it's kind of like how you had the colony maker, which when you had an opponent has a locked card, you call it, you can search. This one, pretty much, it forces your opponent to get another locked card, so he has to call a locked card on another one of his. You can't call it another locked one because you can't retire that one because he has to retire the one that he's calling the new locked card on. So this pretty much gets rid of this pretty much. Uh, So this pretty much like forces your opponent to get another lock. So this is pretty good. So this way your opponent will have more of a locked field, so you can break ride. And this way, when you break ride Grandiose, this way if you're at ultimate break ready, you can force him to be locked. So you have his Star-Field because Grandiose effect activates during the beginning of the main phase. So this card makes it go faster, so you can get Grandiose's ultimate break off, and also forces your opponent to have to, because it doesn't say open rear guard. It says has to choose one of his or her rear guard, put the top card of his or her deck on that rear guard as a locked card. So it won't trigger Lanthium because it's not a locking card. It's just calling a card locked from the top of your deck. And it's a rear guard circle, so if he has an open rear guard circle, you can just lock it right there. So this pretty much stops it from, so like the whole strategy I talked about earlier on my Grandiose video was that you can leave a spot open and you can stop Grandiose, but now you can't because Star-Vader Cold Death Dragon. So it kind of just made it like win conditional is a lot easier. So now you're going to probably be playing more Gold Paladins, like the new Alfred that comes out, which I did put an update video on, which you guys should watch it. Shows that Liberator, Sanctuary, Monarch Sanctuary, Alfred sends all locked cards to the top of the deck and recalls them. So it's like a reset for him. But that's pretty much right now. Gold Paladin's the only thing that really can fix this, besides the unlocking cards that came out as promos in set 14. So yeah, I think this is gonna be really good. I think it's only really good for Grandiose because of his effect, but maybe for Nebula Lord because Nebula Lord can pump him up since he's an 8k base. Other than that, it's probably gonna be Grandiose, Nebula Lord. Case Breaker Dragon, not so much. And then yeah, this one's gonna be just for Grandiose too. So Star-Vader Ruin Magician, grade 1, 7k base. Oh, and Cold Death Dragon was a grade 2, 8k base if you didn't notice. But so her effect is auto counterblast 1 when this unit is placed on the rear guard circle. If you have a Link Joker Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one card from your drop zone with reverse in its card name. For each different rear guard you have with reverse in its card name, and put it in. So pretty much, so like this makes it so you don't have to play too much reverse cards in your deck. So like if you have a reverse card in the field, like you say you called 2 last turn to lock some of your opponent's units, or you discarded one and you have one on the field. So pretty much when you call her, you add the cards you just discarded back to your hand. So like say you played like maybe 3, 4 reverse units and you had 2 on the field and you had 1 just because you discarded it. You can just call her, discard it, put it back in hand, and then call it again and then log in and go ultimate break. So yeah, Grandiose may become a really heavy played deck. So it's can be really dangerous. So you might want to watch out for that. Maybe you might want to play Gold Paladins with unlocking, or play the promo cards that were unlocking ability. So yeah, I think it's gonna be Grandiose is gonna be again broken because all the support it's getting. It's not that the Grandiose itself is too broken by itself. It's not, but with all the new support, it's starting to become a broken card if it's not already. So this is Zetsway signing out. Have a good day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.